everybody, this is Rain Jones. Look, I know it's been a while since I've posted a new video on selling products on Amazon, and I'm getting back into it. So today we're going to discuss email marketing, but as a preface, or as a method of marketing products to sell on Amazon. Now, over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to discuss other types of marketing and advertising that are out there and available, but today I want to focus on email marketing. So let's get started. Alright, so email marketing, purpose, format, rules. Okay, the purpose of email marketing in general is to increase your long-term business or your customer lifetime value. So specifically, when you talk about e-commerce, one of the things that you always want to be looking for is making sure that the customers that you get, that you keep them. So email is one of the easiest ways to do this, and so we're going to talk about a few things when it comes to sending out emails, especially when you're talking about e-commerce and selling physical products. You want to make these emails easy to read, attractive, and professional looking. Some of you have seen emails that you've gotten when you've given your email for some special product. My Pillow comes to mind as one of those, where you get these emails and they're just full of, ads and coupons and this and that, and they don't really make a whole lot of sense or flow, and it makes it really hard to read. And so you're automatically turned off by the appearance and just the wordiness. So you want to make sure when you send an email, people have a limited attention span these days. They want to see it, they want to get it, and they want to go. So when you talk about emails, you shouldn't really have very many words. Okay, 50 words max, and most people and most professionals who do email marketing for a significant amount of time keep it down to 15 words. So you wanna get your email to where it's there, it's to the point, it's professional. They know exactly what it is that you want them to do, and they're either going to do it or they're not. But at least they're not going to be turned off by it right away. So one of the other things is to recommend that these emails come in an HTML format. Make use of pictures and images. I mean, the saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So you can use all of the words in the world to describe something, but if you show someone a picture of it, it clicks a little bit better in their mind. So that's one of the things that we focus on, and it doesn't have to be a lot of images, especially when you talk about an email. One image is usually sufficient to get their attention and get the point. So the other thing is when you're talking about professional emails and you're talking about business marketing especially, don't use public email accounts like Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail. For one thing, they limit how many email addresses that you can send to at any one time, and it's usually about 99, and then it starts to be considered spam by the FTC, and they get involved, and it's just all sorts of, not fun. The other aspect is this is a business, so you want your email, you want the account, you want that email address to be professional, to look professional. So if you have something that ends with hotmail.com or Yahoo or Gmail or Roadrunner or whatever, it just doesn't look professional, and it's not professional. So keep that in mind when you're setting up when you're setting up to start your email marketing. And then know when to send emails. So one of the things, and I'm going to go back to the My Pillow example. So you go, and My Pillow is a wonderful, wonderful product, by the way. So don't think I'm dissing the actual product here. But what happens is you go and you give your email address and say you buy a MyPillow, and the next thing you know, you are inundated with emails from MyPillow. And we're not talking about one a day. We're talking sometimes between 3 and 5 emails a day filling up your account. That's overboard. And let me tell you something. If I receive 3 to 5 emails a day from someone trying to sell me something, especially something that I've already bought, it would drive me nuts. So know when to send emails, know how many emails to send. And what you're talking about here is you can test this. And so you test it by maybe starting off sending once or twice a week. And the way you're going to be able to tell how effective or how well received your email is by having email analytics. So the biggest indicator that you're sending too many emails is when people start to unsubscribe in large numbers. So that's one of the things that you want to keep track of. And then actually how many emails are actually being opened. So those are the two biggest numbers that you want to look at and really pay attention to when it comes to testing how often you should be sending out emails. So I talked about earlier getting a professional email account. And one of the best ways to do this is just go to GoDaddy or cheapdomain.com or whatever and get a custom domain that comes with an email account. And you can set this email account up to say whatever it is that you want it to say. So if we'll take the MyPillow. So a professional email would be, like sales or support or something along those lines, and then and then mypillow.com. So that's what you kind of want to look at and think about when you're creating this professional business email. Another way that you can create a professional business email is Gmail actually does have where you can go in and create a business email account. And you can create it to basically say whatever it is that you want it to. So the support or sales or whatever at your business link, put mypillows.com or makeitraindollars.com or whatever. You can actually get that email set up and customized so that it is professional looking. And then use a third-party email service to set it up, and this is critical. So you have the email account set up, but if you have to go through and physically every day or whenever you have it on your calendar to send out an email, if you have to go in every day to that email account and send out a batch email to all of these people, it's really going to take up a lot of time. So what we recommend is using a third-party email service such as GetResponse or Aweber. And what this does is it allows you to build that email list. So if you're selling a specific product, we'll say that the MyPillow, and you get all of these emails for email addresses from people who got the MyPillow. And instead of sending, 5,000 emails or going in on a daily basis and sending emails, you can actually schedule an email campaign to that list of people who bought the MyPillow. And so whenever a new email comes into that list, hey, guess what? They're automatically receiving the initial emails for that campaign, and it's on autopilot. And you don't have to worry about whether or not you send an email out to that person or whatnot. It's already done. So it's easier to schedule these email campaigns, and it's easier to utilize the HTML format in these third parties email services. So it's a great tool. Like I said, you can schedule a campaign so that, within 24 hours they're receiving the first email from you. And then you can say, okay, The next email I want them to receive on 3 days after that or a week after that. And it's really, really easy to get that set up and going. The other thing is with these third-party email services, it's easier to set up an unsubscribe option. So, and people need this because you're going to find, even the best customers, like I said, the whole purpose of the email marketing is to increase that customer lifetime value. But there are some people who just want to get that one product and then they don't ever want to hear from you again. And they get really, really upset if they're just constantly receiving emails from you. So one of the best ways to set this up for them to show, even in this aspect, you're supporting that customer and you're engaged, is to give them an unsubscribe option. And it's a very simple link. They go down to the bottom of the email and they click unsubscribe. So if you see emails from REI, MyPillow, JCPenney, or whatever, these businesses, they will always have an unsubscribe option down at the bottom of the email. And it's another aspect of that professional content. So make sure you have an unsubscribe option. And then one of the final things when you're talking about email marketing is, again, knowing when to send emails. So the best example that we have here is if you're sending emails about products, watches, pens, pillows, whatever, the best time to send these is on Friday mornings, and have those emails sent out between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. And the reason for this is, the reason for this is people shop on the weekends. Okay, they do the majority of their shopping on the weekends. And so if you hit them that Friday and they start receiving these emails about special offers, coupons, associated products, whatever, okay, it's already in front of them, and it's basically trying to anticipate their needs, wants, requirements, whatever. So you send that out to them, and they're already now building that shopping list in their head of things that they want to get over the weekend. And especially if you do it in an email and all they have to do is click on a link and go directly to that product and get it at a discount, that's just going to make their weekend so much easier and more fun and more time to spend with the family. When you talk about services, this is talking about air conditioning repair type services, mowing the lawns, all of those things that you want to pay other people to do for you because you're either not technically competent enough to do it yourself, or you just don't want to do it. Okay, those services, the best time to send those out is between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. on Mondays, because after the weekend's all said and done, they're going to be looking for those services, and most of those only offered, Monday through Friday. Is when they work as well. So Monday, they've got all of these offers of, hey, we can come mow your lawn, or hey, you need your trees trimmed, or hey, it's about that time to think about getting your AC unit, general maintenance, your annual maintenance done on your AC unit. That kind of stuff that hits them first thing Monday morning, so that they can go, oh yeah, I really need to get that done. That's the optimal time frame to start sending out those types of email marketing ads. So those are just a few things to keep in mind. Now, why use email marketing? Well, it's the easiest way to nurture customers and demonstrate your engagement with them. So email automation, like I said, it's a must. You need to have this. If you don't have their contact information, there's no way to follow up with them, which means you have no customer lifetime value. So, say, hey, thank you, provide coupons, special offers, product launches, whatever. Email is the number one way to do this, and something that I'll discuss in the future is how to collect those emails. But for right now, if you're familiar with marketing at all, that most emails are collected through Sales Funnel Squeeze page. And like I said, I'll get into sales funnels here in another episode of selling on Amazon. But here's the thing, okay? 81% of sales happen after 5 or more contacts. So, and 85% of businesses stop after only 1 or 2 contacts, and some don't even follow up at all. So what that means is there is a huge market of customers out there who, if you just take a little bit of time to set up this automation, this email campaign, and you get those 5 contacts going, and you get those engagements going, and you show that you are actually engaged, and you want to hear what they have to say, and you're offering the things that they like because they've bought it in the past, they'll buy from you again. So follow-up is super important in maintaining that customer lifetime value. So, and those statistics are super high. 81% after 5 or more contacts. So we're going to discuss what those 5 or more contacts can be when you talk about email marketing. So, but first off, content of your emails. All right, keep it simple. All right, 3 elements and 3 elements only. You don't need to get creative. You don't need to get carried away. You just need to be very simple and basic here. So you have an image. A simple image of whatever the product is, usually with a white background, is sufficient to get their attention. And studies have shown that images that have some sort of shade of orange or red or yellow associated with them tend to get more responses and more actions and more clicks. So when you're looking at an image of a product, try to find something that has that shade in it. If the product itself is just not that color, then go with the picture of it, very simple picture of it with a white background. Headline, 5 to 7 words. Okay, this is what the product is. New sale, product launch, and whatever the product is, and use simple words. Okay, people are relatively smart, but you still want to go with that simple words so that there's no grounds for confusion. So you have the headline, you have the picture, and then you have finally your call to action. And the call to action include a link, and make sure the link that you put in goes directly to the product that you're talking about in the email. So we're talking about congruency here. A lot of times you'll see where you'll receive an email about a product or whatnot, and you'll say, hey, that looks great. And you'll click on the link, and instead of going directly to that product, it goes to their web page. And you have to go searching for the product, and by the time they've clicked through this link and clicked this option and that option, they're fed up and they're very disappointed. So the whole point of this is to keep it as simple and congruent as you possibly can. So when you have a new product launch, you have a picture of the product and you tell them to click here to purchase that product, make sure that click here link goes directly to that product. And what it does is it also focuses their attention on that product, whereas if they go to a web page and they start seeing all this other stuff, then they get sidetracked, and sometimes after clicking on this, that, and everything else that's on the web page, they've lost interest in buying anything at all. So you want to maintain their focus on what it is that you want them to do. So you want them to buy this product, you're offering it at 50% off, take them to the product, take them to the product page, click buy now, and take them through the process. So the 5 contacts that I mentioned, okay, again, 81% of customers respond after 5 or more contacts. So here's the email follow-up sequence that this or some variation of it that you want to use. The very first email that these guys send is usually going to be after they've made a purchase, is you're going to send them an email saying thank you for your purchase, or joining up or signing up or whatever it is. It's one message. It's one simple thing. You're not trying to sell anything else, and you send that email out within 24 hours. And again, a simple thank you. Common courtesy these days is to tell people thank you for doing something, and it's especially important when you've got someone who bought something from you. Because I don't know about you, but I'm very appreciative when someone buys something from me, because that means I'm able to keep a roof over my head and food on the table and clothes on my back. And if you have a family, you got a roof over their heads, food on the table, clothes on their back. So you have to be really appreciative of what it is that they're actually doing for you by making that purchase. So say thank you. The second email, hey, as a valued customer, here's a coupon. We're going to give you, you've shown interest in this product. Here's a coupon for 50% off the next purchase of it. Very simple. And again, these emails are very simple, very basic, and usually you only want to contain one message. All right, you don't want to confuse them with all of this other extraneous stuff. You have to have one intent and one purpose and one action that you want them to do. So here's a coupon. Click this link now to go make this purchase. Third email. By the way, have you registered for your warranty, or would you like to leave us a review? Okay. Ask for a review, because those customer reviews are what's going to bring you new customers. So make sure you ask for that customer review, and if there's a product out there that actually comes with a warranty, ask them if they've registered, and make sure that you include a link to where they can go to register for that warranty, or the link where they can go to leave a review. So it's an either or on this third email. Either you're going to ask them if they've registered for the warranty, or would you like to leave us a review. Fourth email, promotional email. Hey, I see you bought this. You bought this polo shirt, and now we have a new button-up polo, or now we have this new long sleeve polo. Click here to check it out and buy it now. Again, one message, congruency, headline, picture, call to action. Okay, that's all these emails are. Fifth email, hey, finally, hey, here's something else that we offer. So, I see you liked the shirts here, but did you know that we also sell sweatpants? Or did you know that we also sell jeans or khakis or whatever that might go with that shirt? So think about how you can, offer something else in that niche that they just bought from. So if they bought clothing, hey, here's another item of clothing that you might find interesting. Or they bought workout bands. Okay, well, hey, yeah, I saw you bought the workout bands. We have a nice set of dumbbells with, and here's the link. Go check them out. So those are the 5 contacts at minimum that you can do in a simple email follow-up sequence. And again, it's very easy. You get a third-party email service, and you set it up in a campaign. And you can set it up so that these emails do come out on, either a certain time frame within each other, or that they come out on, say, the following Friday or the following Monday after whatever, and go from there. So there's a lot of options and flexibility that you have when you have a third-party server and when you set up these email campaigns. And it doesn't have to end at just the 5 emails. You can keep going with them, but again, you want to make sure that you're not sending them so many so often that they unsubscribe. You want to make sure to maintain their interest, because at some point in time you can do a new product launch and send it out to all these people who've bought from you before, and maybe that's something that's going to catch their attention. So just because they don't open all of those emails doesn't mean that something's not going to catch their eye later on. So you need to be consistent. You need to be a bit persistent, but you also need to have that flexibility to understand when to push the engagement and when to back off a little bit. So one of the things that recommend is, if you can afford it, get a professional email service, someone, a company or someone who has done this, who's done nothing else but email marketing, to set up these campaigns for you, and to maybe take charge of the email marketing aspect of your business, because there really is an art and a science to doing email marketing. And it's not just about, typing a whole bunch of words and sending out emails every day in the hopes that they like it. It's about timing. It's about, quality. It's about congruency and a whole bunch of other aspects that someone who's really delved into it can get the subtleties of. So keep that in mind as just one option out there for your email marketing. And then finally, I've been talking about, and this series is titled Selling on Amazon. And there is an Amazon specific email tool out there. It's called JumpSend. And JumpSend is specifically for people who sell on Amazon. That's it, nothing else. So they have email templates already set up. They have email campaigns that are already set up, so you can plug and play with those. They come with campaign analytics. It also has the ability for you to create coupons. And the best thing about this is JumpSend will give you pretty much instant access to hundreds of thousands of customers, Amazon customers, almost right away. So when you start your marketing, and you can post products and do coupons on JumpSend, what that means is there's already hundreds of thousands of customers, potential customers, who can see that product and that coupon. So it's a very cool tool. Again, I've put a link here. I'll put a link in the comments as well, so that you can click to it and check it out and see for yourself. If you're following along on this whole Selling on Amazon series, I've discussed other tools in the past that are specifically focused on Amazon. So check it out. Later on, I'll be discussing other tools that can help you when it comes to omni-channel selling in general. But right now I'm trying to keep it focused on selling on Amazon. So check out JumpSend. They offer trial periods. They also have paid products and services and whatnot, and it goes from about $29.99 to up to $99.99. So keep that in mind. Check it out. Once again, I'm hoping that you guys are getting value out of this. So please click in the comments below, provide feedback, ask questions. I want to make sure that this whole process, when it comes to e-commerce and especially selling on Amazon, it is pretty easy to follow. So if I'm not succeeding in that, please let me know. Again, comment below and let me know what you think and where I can improve or answer questions. Have a great day, and I will talk more at you later.